Hey, what's up, Cowboys fans? We all certainly had a happy Thanksgiving yesterday. I sure as hell did. Now, of course, with this victory over the Redskins, we swept them this year, which doesn't surprise me. Out of all the NFC East teams, I figured we would sweep the Redskins. Uh, and yeah, it was a close game like we all pretty much predicted that it would be. A very close divisional type game. Perfect and nice and entertaining for Turkey Day, which is always great. Our game was probably the most, well, no, I would say the Lions-Vikings game was very entertaining as well. Of course, the Steelers annihilated Indy. So that was, I got all my picks right for the Thursday games, by the way. I'll show you next week on my pick'em. So I got all those right, which everybody did. I think it was pretty easy games to pick. I knew that Detroit would win at home. I knew that we would win, of course. I knew it would be close, but so of course our boys got the win, and then Steelers, I knew that they would get over too. But as far as we're concerned, yeah, close game. Once again, first offensive drive in the first quarter, right off the top. We went in, ran strong with Zeke, of course, just like the game plan. Just everything I want them to do, they're doing correctly. At least on that first drive, and they got in with Zeke. Keep on feeding him, and he is. And so, yeah, it started off great. Redskins came back pretty good, and, they were able to get some points on us. We have, quite a few injuries in our secondary and stuff, so, our defense definitely needs to improve. There's there's holes in our defense, obviously, but everybody's been calling our defense the bend but don't break defense, and that's very true. I don't think we got any sacks this week, but we do get a stop or a pass deflection or whatever when we need it, or if we're lucky, a pick six or a fumble recovery, or just a regular pick without the touchdown return. But so yeah, they were able to get some points on us, and they got pretty close there. But I was still confident in our boys, and we were able to go down there. Another thing that helped was that the Redskins missed 2 field goals. It's like they did the Jason Garrett thing that happened a couple of years ago where they iced their own field goal kicker. He made the field goal kick before it was good before the timeout was called, and then he missed it wide left, and then the second one was wide right. So that right there. But it's good because our defense we will get either field goals or, we'll stop every once in a while. Of course, yes, we do get scored on, they score touchdowns on our defense, but a lot of the theme this year has been, okay, we just stopped into a field goal, no big deal. It was like that against the Steelers and the Eagles and various other teams we played this year. And that's a big deal. I guess that's why it's called the bend but don't break defense. It's like, yeah, we could stop to a field goal, but that's all right. Field goal is better, 3 points is better than 6 or 7 points. And that's what we did. And then in some cases, like with last night or last afternoon, it was, okay, we're going to stop them to a field goal. Oh, they missed it. So see, they can always miss it too. Or if we're lucky, we can block it. But see, that's the thing. So if they get in field goal range, and it was pretty far kick, but it was a makeable kick. And then they missed 2 of them. So it was like, whoop, there you go. That's good. And that's what we need to happen. And, sometimes they do miss them, and in this case, he missed 2 of them, which was very, very crucial. And yeah, so our defense needs a lot of work. That's the only thing that's got me scared. I mean, at this point, again, still bend but don't break. So we haven't like nobody has killed us 55-3 or something like that. We haven't given up like a 40 burger or something like that. So it's all right. There's no need to panic, but we need some improvement there. And you know what? They will get improved. I think we're off this Sunday, so we have lots of time to rest. We had a short week, but we still won. So everything will be all right. We have a lot of tough games coming up the rest of the remainder of this year. So still going to be a lot of challenges. But other than that, everybody looked great. Once again, Dak, cool, calm, and collected. Spread the ball around to everybody, got involved. Wonderful catch and wonderful footwork by Mr. T. Will. I mean, it was almost like that fucking Super Bowl, the last Super Bowl that the Steelers won with San Antonio Holmes. It's almost like that. He got his feet in right on the line and moved out of bounds, but it was just like a game of inches. I mean, you just saw a little bit of blue between his toes and between the out of bounds line, the big white line. So it was just a little strip of blue to indicate that he was in bounds, just by that much. So it's all you need, game of inches, and he caught it. A beautiful play. And Zeke, of course, was Zeke. Witten looked great. Cole Beasley, again, Dak to Cole Beasley is a really good connection. It's like almost like Brady to Julian Edelman, or Rodgers to Jordy Nelson. It's like everybody has their token white boy, the white boy that can run. So that's, we got that trend and that type of player on our team, and he's just been awesome. And Dak and Cole have a really great chemistry. And of course, we can't forget about Dak versus Josh Norman, the scrapping they were doing out there, and but of course Dez was on the winning side of that, and they kind of got into it at the end of the game, and But hey, hey Redskins, we swept you twice, so unless you can somehow beat the Giants and get second place in the division and meet us in the divisional round, okay, but you guys are done. We beat y'all twice, so it doesn't matter. The ones I'm concerned about are the Giants, because they did beat us. That's why I can't wait till we play the Giants. I know that's 2 weeks from now, 2.5 weeks or whatever, but I can't wait for that, because they're the ones, the Giants fans are the ones, hey, you got that one for us, if it wasn't for us, you'd be undefeated, that one represents us, we gave you that loss, so, we got to get revenge on the Giants more than anything. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, because we got Minnesota, which is another tough team and another tough game, although Minnesota has kind of dropped off now. They're not as hot as they were. They kind of started off hot, and now they're kind of burning out. So, but yes, all the games are really, really important, because, it's just, you got to keep the momentum. You got to keep playing hard at the end of the year. That way, once the playoffs start, you still got the momentum, and you're still fired up, and you still got the chemistry, which we do. Again, we need some improvement on our defense, but again, I think at this point we're doing okay. And I think we can win quite a few games. There's some tough ones coming up, but I'm more than happy, and all of us are more than happy here with our Cowboys and how they've been doing. And yeah, so it looks great. So hey, we're going to make it to the playoffs, period. We're going to make it to the playoffs. So it's always like what Bill Parcells used to say, talk to me after Thanksgiving. Well, Thanksgiving is over, and we got a W, another W, 10 in a row. Most amazing winning streak. It even surpasses the 70s and 90s dynasties when we won Super Bowls. Now, of course, we got to win one this year. Hopefully, these winning streaks don't mean shit unless you bring a ring home with you. So I don't know. Again, I don't want to jump too much ahead, but hey, we will be a playoff team at this point, and I would assume that the rest of the year we will clinch the division. And to me, we won't clinch the division until we beat the Giants. Then, if we beat the Giants in Jersey at the Meadowlands, yes, then I say, okay, we're done. And then the Philly game is irrelevant, because then we'll probably just put second and third stringers in, and just if we lose, we lose. Who cares? Because we've already, at that point, hopefully would have already clinched the division, and with our record, clinched home field advantage. We get the first round bye, sit at home, watch the wild card games, see if the Redskins or whoever else can make it, and see who will play in the divisional round. And then we'll play the divisional round at home. Hopefully our crowds at Cowboys Stadium, or AT&T Stadium, have been really loud. I think because of the youth movement and the winning streak, our crowds are more excited, rather than, the same old, Cowboys. It's kind of like how it was in the 90s, where Texas Stadium sort of started off as like, oh yeah, and then when the 90s kicked in and we started to do really well and win Super Bowls, that crowd just went, it was loud as hell. Probably Texas Stadium might have even been louder than AT&T Stadium, and there's less people in there. But now, finally, Cowboys Stadium, AT&T Stadium, whatever, is now finally starting to get really loud and backing up our boys, enjoying the youth movement, enjoying the chemistry, the winning streak, the brotherhood, the great just love that our boys have for each other. Like I said, they're goofing with each other, they're having fun, and that's what's most important. It's just they have a love for this team, they love winning, they love each other, they have chemistry, a brotherhood, just like the previous teams, the great teams of the past. And it's, again, very similar to the 90s in terms of having a youth movement. Yeah, like in the 90s, you had several guys that were there for a good 10 years, like Bill Bates and Jim Jeffcoat. There were some skilled veterans that stayed put. Mark Tuinei was another one, Nate Newton, and a few others. But then, mostly, it was the youth movement. The first of the triples was Michael Irvin. He was the final coaching year of Tom Landry. Then, of course, his coach from college, Jimmy Johnson, came in, so he already knew Jimmy. And then a year after that was Troy coming in. A year after that was Emmitt Smith, the first Eazy-E. And this year we got same thing. The 88 is the first guy in, and then the only difference is that Dak and Dez came in the same year, same draft. 2 rookies. So it's even more crazy and amazing how they could pull this off at being rookies. But man, what a great team we have. I'm just so proud of our youth movement and this great, amazing young team. It's fresh. And again, we have our veterans like Barry Church and Jason Witten, of course, and Doug Free, a couple other guys as well. Brandon Carr's another one. But no, I love it. Everybody is it's great. Great holiday season. We're doing unbelievable, and let's hope to keep it up. So, next week is, the Vikings. Again, they've burnt out and they're not as hot as they were at the beginning of the year. But, still a tough team. It's a road game, so, we gotta get prepared and, see if our defense can hold up, hopefully. And then, of course, the Giants game after that, which I'm really gonna be looking forward to. That's the one I'm really circling on my calendar because I just want to get revenge on them so bad for giving us that one loss. So we'll see. But hey, it's going to be good. I'm really excited for the rest of the season. And and again, if we're able to beat the Giants, then to me that clinches the division period. And then at the end of the year, if we're 14-2, 13-3, just sit out the starters. Put in second and third string. If we lose to Philly, who cares? Because we'll already have home field advantage and clinched the division and everything, and first round bye and all that kind of good stuff. And hey, we'll see what happens this year. I'm just so excited. Anyway, so Cowboys looking good. Another win. Happy Thanksgiving. Perfect. No complaints from our boys, top to bottom again. Chemistry, teamwork, brotherhood, everything. So just really excited. So next week, Minnesota, I'll do my pick'em video and my pregame video sometime next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere around there, and we'll go over all that. And so far, I'm doing good on my picks. I got all the Thanksgiving games right. So far so good. Still in second place. Let's see what I can do. But that's it. So next week against Minnesota. So we'll go over that. Other than that, we're all done. Cowboys Nation, happy Thanksgiving. Keep up getting those dubs, because we are. And, so excited. So go Cowboys, and peace out.